When I first had my ostomy surgery, there were so many things to try and get my head around. All this terminology about 1 pieces and 2 pieces and drainable and open, closed. There was just a lot to learn. Well, in this video, I wanted to explain some of the terminology that you'll hear around ostomy and all the different types of appliances there are, just to kind of explain it a bit, especially for those newbies who are just getting used to life with an ostomy. Baseplate is the part that actually sticks to your body, and it's also known as a wafer. I think over in America they call it a wafer, but it's basically the same thing. It's the bit with the adhesive that actually sticks to your body. The pouch is the bag part. It's sometimes called bag, sometimes a pouch, but this is a bit that collects the output from your stoma, and it can be closed or an open pouch. The one-piece appliance is basically where the base plate and the pouch are always attached. It's like glued on, so when you come to change your appliance, you'd have to remove the whole lot. The two-piece appliance is exactly that. It's 2 pieces. It's the base plate and the pouch separate, and then you would attach them together, and then when you change the bags, you can either remove the whole lot, or you can just change the pouch and then replace it with a new pouch. The coupling system is basically, you've got this bit that's attached to the base plate, and then this bit that's attached to the pouch, and they kind of link together, so you just put them on, and then with the click, the censura click, which is what this is, you basically then click that together and that's attached. You can either have a mechanical coupling like this censura click, or you can have adhesive couplings as well, where basically it just sticks on with adhesive. Okay, so to show you the convexity, this is just a flat base plate, so you can see it's just nice and flat, and this is a convex one. So as you can see, it's flat and then it's raised. It's got like an oval kind of shape there that raises up and then down again. Basically, this is for when your stoma sort of sits below the skin surface, so if it's retracted a bit, you would use the convex to help push the stoma out and be more like a spout, which is really quite good for ileostomies, which are sort of really short, or like I say, below the surface of the skin, and it just helps create that spout to avoid leaks. A closed bag is basically a bag like this, where it's just closed. It's quite obvious really. This tends to be used for colostomies, where the stool is more formed. A drainable bag is exactly the same, but with an outlet at the bottom that just opens up, and you will be able to drain the contents of your bag into the toilet, which is perfect for ileostomies. The filter is basically this bit here, but it can be on various locations depending on what bag you use, but the premise is the same. It allows air to sort of filter out of the bag to reduce ballooning, so it doesn't sort of blow up like a big balloon, but with a deodorizing property, so that it doesn't produce an odor at the same time. A template is a tool that you use to measure the size and shape of your stoma, just to make sure that you're getting the right fit. When you first order your supplies, you'll probably get like a sheet with lots of different holes in different sizes, and that's what you use to determine which size is most fits your stoma. One tip that I use is that I basically use the old sticky back plastic bit off an old base plate to measure, to trace around for my next one. So I'll take my new one that I want to cut, get the old one, and just use that as a guide. So I'll obviously line up the writing and make sure it's all like the same, and then you can use that to trace the hole and use that as your template. So I tend to keep these rather than the big sheet of lots of different hole sizes. One thing you can do is that Charter Healthcare actually pre-cut bags for you. So if you wanted them to pre-cut it, you could send them this with the size and shape of your stoma, and obviously put your contact details on it so they don't lose it, and send it into Charter, and they can pre-cut your bags for you. So when you receive your bags or your base plates, they're already pre-cut, you don't have to sort of worry about having to cut them all the time. It just saves a bit of time. So if that's something you're interested in, if you order from Charter Healthcare, when you next speak to them, just let them know that you would be interested in having the cutting service. Well, hopefully this video helped you learn a bit more of the terminology. There's always new things to learn, and people refer to things in lots of different ways, and it's just good to know what people refer to things as for when you're talking to ostomates from around the world, as I do. I talk to people in America and Australia and everywhere, so it's good to kind of know what people refer to things as. If you have any other sort of ostomy terminology or any kind of words that you've heard, share them in the comments below. It'd be interesting to see what else there is, and you can always tweet us at Coloplast_UK.